as a replay. I am Tanika D'Souza, the 100K Challenge Chick, as it's written on my screen. And I am the founder of the 100K Society. That is a business coaching community where we are all launching our businesses and learning and growing ourselves so that we can build our businesses to the 100K business income. So, usually on a Tuesday, I can share what I coached someone through in our Monday evening sessions, but I wasn't there yesterday because it was my birthday. So, happy birthday to me. I had a day off, everything still went great. But here's the thing I wanted to share with you because I still coach people every day. And one of the topics that came up was I'm not a sleazy I'm not salesy. That's how she said it. I'm not salesy. So what else can I do? And she was responding to me that way because I asked, how is this going? How is this other thing going? And they're like, well, I just quickly learned that I'm not salesy, so nothing worked. And I told her, well, the fact that you're using that word salesy is the reason why it didn't work out. So if you guys are joining me, have you used that word salesy? Do you use it in your own vocabulary? I'm not going to ring you out if you do, but we're all going to have a change of heart. So drop that in the comment. Yes, I have said salesy, or I don't want to be salesy. Whatever it is, how do you relate to that word? So here's the image that it conjures up for a lot of us, and that is going to a car dealership, right? You go to the car dealership, and a lot of us expect the experience to be they need to meet a quota, they haven't sold all day, and so they're just like, hey, and they're just attacking you, right? They're just telling you, oh, we're gonna get you in the best car. Come on, let's take a test drive, and what do you want? And and they're just like badgering you. That's what people think about when they think of like car sales. However, every single time that I've actually purchased a car, my car sales experience was not that, right? When I go to the car dealership, one, if my husband or my son were listening to this, they would laugh and they would tell you, never, ever, ever shop with me for a car because I'm overly picky. I am not. I just feel like a car is not something I should compromise on because I have to have it and be comfortable. So the thing that these car salesmen would do if they wanted to actually sell to me, or I should say my husband and son, because they had to be convinced as well, is they would try to understand what I was looking for. And if you ask me anything about my vehicles that I've ever driven, I'm only going to talk about the safety features and the comfort. That's it. Like all that extra stuff. Now, granted, I do know about engines and I do love I had a SUV. What was it? A Nissan Pathfinder. My kids were little, so this was my alternative to minivan, right? I had a Nissan Pathfinder, and I taught my toddlers how to climb up into an SUV because I was not going to be suburban, stay-at-home mom and drive a minivan. That was just too much. So we had the SUV, and it was a V8 because I ordered it from Texas, y'all, right? So every time I went for it to be serviced, people looked at it and was like, oh yeah, we know. And then they called me back, no, it's going to cost more because I had a V8 versus a V6. So I do know my engines. I do know that I like some power. I do know that I like a turbo. However, what's important is my safety features because I am toting my kids around. I have been in accidents and I need to be safe in a car. And then second is comfort, right? And the biggest thing for me is heated seats and other amenities like that. If I don't have it, it's not a sale. So once they understand that, then they're going to show me things that fit what I'm looking for. And that's the exact same approach I want you to have, right? Don't be the person that's like, oh yeah, I said I was launching today and I haven't made any sales. And so now you're just throwing any type of information out there versus what I want you to be doing is thinking about how am I solving a problem for my clients, right? The reason why you're not going to be salesy is because you are a solution to somebody's problem. right? So when I go to the car dealership, they're solving my problem to feel safe and comfortable on the road. Somebody else may need to look cool and something else. That was not ever my problem. I don't care totally what it looks like, right? I just wasn't going to do minivan, but other than that, I'm good. So understand, who are you, who is your ideal client, and that should be based on the people who need the solution that you are offering, right? So the biggest thing that I told my client when she was talking about, I'm not salesy, what else can I do? I'm like, let's change your mind about what salesy is, right? Let's change your mind about this attack dog approach to talking to people. I want you to always be thinking of yourself as a solution to the problem, right? So, the thing that I'll also say that a lot of you struggle with is self promotion, right? And it comes down to you basically being taught as a child and through your life that you should not self promote. And so that also gets in your way, because now that it's time to promote your solution or to talk about the great things that you offer, you are now silenced or feeling sleazy or salesy because you're now promoting yourself. So there is a difference there. You do have to become more comfortable in your skin to promote yourself, to be able to talk about what you bring to the table, what you're good at, right? Um, we've been taught, and some of the things that you were told when you were younger. Oh, by the way, I hope that y'all are taking some notes. I want you to be writing this stuff down, right? Get a notebook and just write, like when you're listening to people like myself or other coaches and things that can help you grow your business, write it down because you absorb it better that way. So I'm just looking at my notes. If you see me look off to the side. So here's the other part. When you were taught, stop bragging on yourself, or don't toot your own horn, or, you just think so big of yourself. In business, you absolutely must brag, toot your own horn, talk about and promote your business, right? There is nobody that can buy from you if they never even heard of you or understand what you do. So you have to open your mouth. You have to tell them. Nobody can buy your secret, right? Secrets don't sell. Secrets don't sell. So you don't even have to worry about being salesy if you're keeping your entire business and what you do a secret to yourself. And honestly, this is also why a lot of you get hung up into, why isn't my family buying? The few people that I told, they didn't buy and they don't support me. And that's because it's still a secret, right? You were only comfortable to expose yourself or talk about your business to a few people, and then you got upset because those few people didn't respond. What I'll tell you is, you have to know who you're talking to, right? When I look at different commercials, they don't all relate to me, but the ones that do, they totally like nail my lifestyle. So those things where they're talking about the little cookware or something in the house. I love kitchen gadgets. We have like everything. We have the air fryer, the sous vide, the those Instapots. We got all that stuff, right? And so if you tell me I'm gonna save some time in the kitchen to feed my family, I'm in. But if you're like, oh no, do these like 18,000 things, you're not talking to me anymore. You're talking to that other house down the street. So I want you to recognize that when you offer your solution, there are some people who are going to say, oh, 1,000% you're talking to me, right? And they're going to be all in for what you're offering. Otherwise, they're not. And that's okay, right? That is okay. So here's the few things that I have talked to you about so far, and then we're going to wrap this up. Is one, a lot of you think of being salesy as like the car salesman that's just trying to jump on you and make their sale and meet a quota, right? However, if you really think about it, whenever you did buy a car, or even in those most sleazy situations, every person that has sold to me has been a professional to understand what I needed and to meet my need, right? And my need in a car is safety and comfort. That's the bottom line. If you ask my husband, it's gonna, he might talk about price points and stuff like that, but I want safety and comfort. So I want you to start thinking of your business in that same way. I want you to be thinking, what solution do I have? Right? Even if it's something as simple as, because I have several clients who sell, I'm going to say self care products and care, body care and things like that. Even for those things, what problem are you solving? One of my clients has healing oils, and she literally can treat eczema on the skin with these different oils that she has. The other focuses more on relaxation, and you can literally get a relaxation box from her. So what solution are you offering? Even if it's a similar product, you have a different angle for your business. So that's the thing I want you to be focused on. What solution is this, and who needs this solution? Start talking about their pain points. Start talking about the things that they're dealing with that you can solve for them. Right. And then we talked about how with self promotion, a lot of you are nervous about that. So you say the word salesy, but what you're really afraid of is talking about yourself and about your business because you have a fear of rejection, possibly. And that's just something that over time you have to get over, right? People cannot ever buy from you if you keep it to yourself what you do, because they just won't know. So you have to get used to sharing, promoting. Promotion is not a bad word. Promotion is not a bad word. Self promotion is not a bad word. Okay. And then the final thing that I wanted to talk to you about is making sure that whatever you are doing in your business, you are addressing that person's pain point, right? So, like I said, you are a solution to their problem. They're in some type of pain. So, even for my two ladies that I presented, if they have eczema, eczema is so irritating because it can spread. It's very itchy. A lot of kids get it. I had it when I was younger. I do get it occasionally as an adult, but I have a 14-year-old and I don't want her to be going through that, right? So if I can buy an oil treatment or something like that that's homeopathic, I'm not putting all these steroids on my child, I would love that, right? But I need you to talk to me about the solution and how it's going to help me and how I should be choosing and why I should be choosing your solution versus something I can buy from the store, right? So I want you to be addressing their pain points. I want you to be sharing with them your solution and why your solution is a really good fit for them. And think of yourself as an expert on the subject. When my clients start talking about these body oils and stuff that they do, they know why they combine these different essential oils, what benefit that is to me. I don't know all that stuff. I know some basic things about essential oils, but I don't know all those different, like, jojoba oil and this one and that one and combine with this and all this great stuff that it can do. So educate your clients on why they should be looking at you as a solution and how they can get your product. That's what I wanted to tell you. So if you're in a mindset of thinking, I don't want to be so salesy, right? We are approaching the holidays. If you're approaching a product launch, if you're just starting your business, you have to deal with the fact that you are in business to sell. At the end of the day, you want to make sales. You're not going to avoid making sales. People aren't going to accidentally buy from you because of some random reason. You have to educate them on the problem they have, because sometimes people are just like, I have eczema, I don't know what to do with it, whatever. But you can say, that's a skin infection and it does XYZ. It's a result of you not cleaning out your gut. And here's two things you can do today to solve that. Right. And they're like, oh, crap, I didn't realize that. Like, clearly, I don't want an infection on my skin. Let me do something about it. So some of it is you educating, but ultimately, you need to be thinking of yourself as a solution and not just as making a sale. If you spend more of your time talking about the solutions that you offer, I promise things will be so much better for you and your client, right? Nobody wants to walk into that sleazy salesperson, as you guys think of the car salesman. They want to walk into someone who is there to understand their needs and to offer the appropriate solution. So you're not salesy. You are going to be a solution for people. I'm excited to hear about it. Let me know how you guys have how this has helped you. If it was helpful, I want you to just put in the chat hashtag helpful. If you have other things that have helped you to mentally get past being salesy, also share that in the chat. I want this to be a conversation because I need this to be a place that you don't dwell, right? So many people dwell here. I don't want to be salesy. They're too nervous, but you're not going to be that person. So I would love to hear from you guys. Drop your comments in the chat. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining me for Win the Day. Again, I am Tanika D'Souza, the 100K Challenge Chick, founder of the 100K Society. You guys have a great day and take care.